are the mind control projects and the satanic ritual abuse projects to help people who've been through that. And the number of times when people have been through satanic ritual abuse and all the rest of it, that they talk about in reptilian terms about what they experienced. And these were some pictures drawn by someone who went through satanic ritual abuse of the kind of things that she remembers from what happened in the rituals. And again, the reason the therapist sent these to me, with the person's permission, of course, was because she was constantly drawing reptilian imagery, because that's what she experienced in the ritual. And if you remember Rosemary's Baby, that film of the 60s, which was directed by Roman Polanski, and shall we say he should bloody know, with Mia Farrow, and she was manipulated by a satanic family to be impregnated, to give birth to this child, and at the end of the movie, when you saw briefly the child in the crib, which was a hybrid, it had reptilian eyes very clearly. And like I say, Roman Polanski should know. So this theme of possession goes way, way back through history, and it's possession through, overwhelmingly in this case, vibrational compatibility because of this interbreeding. There you go. Good old tone. So, what they're talking about him being the first president of Europe now. Crikey, it gets worse, doesn't it? Mr. Fake Smile, Mr. Fake Emotion. One of the things I've noticed about these people, and when I was in the Green Party years ago in Britain, I saw a number of British politicians close up, and you see their dark eyes, and you see something else. Their eyes and their face don't talk the same language, as I call it. You know, it's funny how people are famous or infamous for their massive smile, like Obama and Blair. But when you see the big smile, look at the eyes. Hillary Clinton's a classic. The big smile, the eyes never smile. Cold, steely eyes. But what's behind these people? Just a touch, vibrationally, out of human sight, behind the painted smile. This guy, Ted Heath, he was Prime Minister of Britain from 1970 to 1974. He was the guy that signed us into the European Union. Major person involved in the Bilderberg Group and various other things. And I wasn't into any of this stuff at the time. I was a national spokesman for the British Green Party. And I was asked to go and speak on this election program on Sky News years ago, back in the 80s, 89 it was. And I arrive, and the lady takes me into this makeup room, and we go through the door, and it appears to be empty. She says, someone will be along in a minute, and walks out. So I sit down in the chair, I'm looking at the mirror, and I catch someone just to my right. And I look across, and it's this bloke who'd just been interviewed on the program, and he was sitting there waiting to have the makeup taken off. So, you know, cheery bloke. I said, oh, all right, mate, nice to meet you, nice to meet you. And no word was spoken by this guy in the entire experience. He sat there looking at the mirror, and when I said hello, he turned his chair, and he looked at me. A very strange look. His head never moved once he turned it. Then his eyes started at the top of my head. I went slowly down my body, real slowly, to my feet, and then went back again, and then turned and looked at the mirror. And all I could say, looking back,